Welcome back to the Cartoon History Channel. This is Saturday Afternoon RetroTune 121, and this is Behind the Scenes of Animation 37. How television animation helped embrace creator-driven cartoons. The reason I'm starting back from 57 till present with this is because there was some creator-driven in the original theatrical days, but they had to deal with the Hays Code. From 57 to 92, as far as the creator driven powerhouse of television cartoons, that was Hanna-Barbera. The Hair Bear Bunch, Rough and Ready, Yogi Bear, Josie and the Pussycats, Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, the Snorks in the 80s, and the Smurfs. They were the producers and the runners of the network, but they were also the creative powerhouse. They left MGM when it shut down in 57 and started their own cartoon company and were the creative driven force of what led to the 90s creative boom. In 1991 at Nickelodeon. The Hanna-Barbera eventually got bought out by Ted Turner, but his network didn't start till 1992. The big resurgence of creative control of cartoons started on August 11th, 1991 with Nickelodeon with Doug, Ren and Stimpy, and The Rugrats Show from Klasky Csupo. The Spumco Show was the biggest creative control, somewhat problematic, but just biggest example of creative control and bringing back the original Tex Avery from the 40s and 50s to the modern audience of the early 90s. They did, at least until they shifted productions to the Nickelodeon Animation Studios and Spumco quit around towards the end of season 2. Spumco and his company, John, did what they wanted. It was truly creator driven. In fact, all three of the shows were predominantly creator driven. Doug was the lackluster of the original three, but Rugrats told the story of a show from a toddler's perspective and was creator driven, yes, but it was also Arlene Klasky was a mom at the time and completely based on the show of what if toddlers you could see inside their minds. And her show was completely creator driven. Her, Gabor Csupo, and Paul Germain created the show and kept that feng shui going until 2004. He left the show to make his own other creator driven show on Disney called Recess. In between the original run of the original Rugrats and the end, back in the mid to late 90s, for ABC's One Saturday Morning for Disney. That's another set of creator-driven shows. Those first three got created on August 11th, 1991. A year later, on October 2nd, 1992, we had the second era of creator-driven, second station of creator-driven cartoons called Cartoon Network that was created by Ted Turner. Those creator-driven cartoons didn't happen until around between 95 and 96 when Fred Seibert, which he was made as the head of the company at the time for the Hanna-Barbera division part, he made the What a Cartoon Show, which is similar to his other show that was a creator-driven shorts program later in the 90s called Oh Yeah Cartoons. His first show that was like that was for Cartoon Network. That spawned other creator-driven shows like in original programming, like first with Dexter, then Powerpuff Girls, Grim and Evil, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Mike, Lou, and Og. Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Courage the Cowardly Dog. Some of them came from a later generation of the newer cartoons, but a lot of those first came from the What a Cartoon Show. But they were all creator driven. Which means they were the focus of the creator. Now there was a little bit of network interference with what they could and couldn't do, but from 1991 till present, creator driven has been a big ultimate force in cartoons. They do what the creator wants and what the audience wants. Another creator driven aspect happened in the early 2000s with Steve Odenkirk's DNA Productions Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius movie. The Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius movie continued also in the early to mid 2000s. A year later, in 2003, it lasted for 4 seasons. Steve Odenkirk, the creator of the show, along with his co-production company DNA Productions and O Entertainment, they created this other show called Back to the Barnyard, which started out as a movie and spun off into its own show. That one of the co-production networks, the DNA Productions, went bankrupt because they made a bad movie. One of their voice actors isn't around anymore. The voice of Sheen, which was also the voice of a mouse character on the Barnyard franchise. So it's not like that particular creator-driven show or franchises will ever come back. But they might. But that was another 2000s example of creator-driven shows. Another 2000s example was from 2005 to 2008, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender was a mix of Asian martial arts and a story about this Avatar character that is the center of the universe in the show. And he is the peacekeeper of the universe. There is a 100-year war that has been going on, and he is the sole person that is supposed to be the peace and stop it. A lot of the cultures are based on World War II culture and different types of culture, like the Air Nomads are based on monks. The Fire Nation is based on the Imperial Japan. The Earth Kingdom is based on other parts of Asia. And the North and South Pole Water Tribe people are based on indigenous people. But that show never would have happened if it weren't for the creator-driven period that was back in the 2000s. That's it for today's video. And I hope you enjoyed the history that I talked about today of the importance of creator-driven cartoons from 57 until now. Join me next Saturday for my next video. Saturday Afternoon RetroToon 122, the behind the scenes of animation 38. And tell me what you want for that video next Saturday in the comments, and vote on the best idea. And also, if you like these videos and you like my videos that I do every Friday and Saturday at 3, remember to like and subscribe and comment and hit the notification bell. If you want the notifications, you want that bell. And make sure to comment and give me some ideas for my videos.